Good morning, everybody. Coming to you not live from Cheyenne, Wyoming. And if you've been following along, I'm going to give you updates on the awning on the camper here. I'm also going to give you an update on Big Ern, the truck. Really important update. We also have a review on a product, how it works, how it doesn't work. So stick around to the end of the video. There's some really good information that I'm actually be putting out on this. All right, we'll see it. That's what it looks like when rain bends, as it's falling out of the clouds. I'm just not a weatherman, but I'm supposing that it's falling and then it's hitting where the wind shear is at the bottom and it's just bending it. That is pretty cool. So we got a really cool addition. Come outside, we moved spots. That's pretty cool. Skies are blue today. Now I can put the Starlink way up and we can see heavens, but check this out. We got a griddle top for our Weber. I was curious if they had them, and they do. It is starting to get hot now, waiting for it to heat up. We're gonna make some smash tacos. Check if flameage is still up. Oh yeah, flameage is still up. Okay. So we got that on Amazon for, I want to say it was 30 bucks. No, it was 50 bucks. But I measured the width and the depth of the grill from the outside edge, or tried to do the inside edge. And there's tabs in here and the measurements were perfect. And so I ordered it, put it on there. So that means I can eliminate one thing in my camper, which, sorry to say, it's going to be my Blackstone. When I say eliminate it, I'm not going to get rid of it per se. I'm just going to pass it on to somebody. But we're gonna see how this works here. I'm heating up right now so I can.
You like this?
So I can. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. So I can season it with the ham. So yeah, pretty cool. We'll show you the smash tacos when we get to making them. All right, take two. Here we go. We're gonna do the flipping process here. Get under the patty and just turn it over. Turn it over. Ooh, look at that. That's like pure sunshine. That's some sticky stuff right there. I gotta get these patties done, and then I'm going to clean the griddle. So they only have to be on this side for just a couple minutes. Not even that, just a little bit. So I'll put it in my trunk. Oh no! I ripped right to it. Well, that sucks. Okay, so the second ones are on there. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I'm gonna tell you what, that smells wonderful. That smells wonderful. All we did was took the taco seasoning and mixed it into the meat. And I made patties out of them. Spread it around, actually just glued it in there or smooshed it out to the edges. There's something about it, the way it's cooking, it just smells wonderful. The griddle's doing pretty good. I'm gonna play heck cleaning it. Probably end up cleaning it in the sink. Excuse me. It's belched. Lovely. Can we take a peek under there? See what the meat looks like. So it's still a little red on top there. It's probably a couple more minutes. It just smells wonderful. I've never smelled anything like that. It smells so good. Give it a few more minutes here. I enjoy my frosty beverage, my neck cooler. Oh, I got the truck washed finally after about 4 weeks. Oh man, that don't look good. It looks nice. It looks brand new again. I like it. All right. So yeah, that there, Blackstone's going away. Don't need it if I got it on here. I don't even know how to tell you the smell of this. This smells wonderful. A little red there still. I like tartare, but I don't like it that much. So the edges here will be a little bit crispy. I'm sure they're gonna burn a little bit, which is fine. You know, if you don't try something new. Oh, and by the way, got to give credit to Quan. He's the one who gave me the idea. I'm not doing it like he's doing it, so I may be doing it wrong. But when they're done and we're done eating them, if it's a double thumbs up, then maybe we did it right. But we will see. We will see. All right, I want to show you guys the flipping process, but just gotta make sure that they're done before I flip them. Let's see here. Oh, almost. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. We'll give me that indication it'd be hot, but it's hot. Close the lid here. Give some more. Retain some heat. I'll be back. Take ice. Put your ice on there. And it will literally pick this stuff up. Yep. Just ripping it right up. Okay. Right down the old drain hole. Okay, well, what we're going to do now is we're going to shut it off, and I will take that grate off a little later when it's cooler, and I will clean it inside. Almost all the yucky stuff's off though. Okay, so that's about it for now. This is the
Now it's your
this is the fluke jack that I just made. What I call it, smash taco. Got the old dishers inside there. I got some refried beans, some salsa, lettuce, cheese, and sour cream. Just want to see how I actually turn this one into pretty much a burrito. Oh, where have you been all my life? Yes. Yeah, that's doable. I can't wait to eat one with the fried flapjack. Good to go. Pardon the wind. Don't know if you've seen this yet or not, but they made a grill top for the grill. It's awesome. The nice thing about this over the Blackstone is it's got a lid. Just cooking up the bacon. So we're down here in, when I say we, my son Ken and I are down here in outside of Fort Collins. We're at the Douglas Reservoir fishing for sauger, which is a version of a walleye. We've been at a couple different reservoirs so far. We're thinking the time of the day is a problem right now. We're not catching anything, but we are coming back out again. Probably going to come early in the morning, but we're going to see. So I'm throwing a whopper plopper. It looks like a silver trout, like a baby trout or whatever. Kevin's decided that he's going to go out. All right. He just learned how to use the bait caster. He uses my bait caster. He's doing awesome with it. So what he's doing now is he's adjusting the weight for the lure to drop. He wants it to drop slow, like that, a little bit more. There we go. Ooh, he got out there too. It's pretty good. Now mine is really big. Mine's like a number 2. It's huge. Thing here is big bait, big fish. So we shall see. All right, we'll see in a minute. So we're at Sweetwater down in Fort Collins. We got towers going up on the dry line. Here's Sweetwater Brewery. Got some, this is really cool, Gummies Fruit Punch. And Gummies Tropical IPA beer. I'm telling you what, these things are out of this world. They're like 9.5% alcohol. Get ready to go bowling.
It was good. It was good. It was good.
You got the green egg over there, got some smoked wings. Kathy said what?
I said the beer was good. Beer
Nice.
was very good.
Very good, yep.
Very good.
And there's Ken.
Hey.
Hey. We got more towers run up on the dry line over there in the mountains. Okay, we're gonna go bowling. Okay, so awning update. The awning finally came in. It's at Blue Compass RV in Cheyenne. We have an appointment next week to actually go get it put back on the camper. It is covered under the factory warranty. So if you're watching this and you have one of those RVs where the fabric is actually welded to the plastic, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at about 2 videos ago. You'll see what I'm talking about. And your awning doesn't actually rip, but the fabric separates from the weld and just pulls apart. It's not a good situation. But anyways, covered under warranty, so we're getting that fixed next week. I'm going to try to make a very long story short. So as you guys know, again, watch the videos before this. I think Iowa, maybe New York is when it all started, which was back in July of 23. We started our full-time tour. We started having problems with the truck. The check engine light keeps coming on. Well, what we found out was that the regen sensor frequency was, so basically what that means is the truck didn't know when it was supposed to regen. There was something wrong with it. So they replaced the sensor out here in Cheyenne, excuse me, and the light stayed off for about 2 weeks and it popped back on. So I take it back to the dealership, and I'm not going to mention the dealership's name. You know, smart people will be able to figure it out. Took it back to the dealership, and they said, they called me when the truck was ready. This was like a week and a half ago. He said, your truck's ready, come get it. I was like, cool, it's fixed, nice. Get there, they tell me we're not gonna be able to fix your truck, not under warranty. I was like, why? And they were like, because you need a new computer, and you need to change your air filter, and your O2 sensor is bad. And said, okay, why? Why do I need a new computer? Because someone tried to reprogram your computer 11 times in the last couple of weeks. I was like, I didn't even understand what that meant. So basically what they're saying is that I tried to delete my truck, and if you're a diesel owner, you'll understand what that is. That's another story. I'm not even going to get into it. But I did not try to delete my truck. What they tried to say I deleted, they could actually looked right underneath the truck and seen the factory parts are still on my truck. The only thing that was not stock on my truck was that air filter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a really quick break. I'll be right back. And you put a sweatshirt on. It's chilly. Okay, so I got my hoodie on. I feel better now. All right, so back to the story. Where did I leave off? You guys tell me. Oh, yep, you're right. So the delete. Didn't delete anything on my truck, didn't program anything on my truck. I don't even know how to do that. Only aftermarket thing was the air filter. So I don't know what to do at this point because they want to charge me $4,000 to fix my truck. So I called Ramcare. Ramcare's taking care of it. Just had to prove that I wasn't doing anything to my truck. You know what? Let's go sit in the truck here real quick because at least in there it's quiet. Unless I locked it, then I'll have to go back in and get the keys. This is Cheyenne. Oh, it's open. This is Cheyenne. So it is windy here. All right, here we go. A little bit better. All right. It's not as breezy anyway. So let me close the door here. So making a short story long, I didn't know what to do. So I called Ramcare and all that good stuff. Got a hold of a guy named, well, his business name is Dr. Diesel. His name is George. He's here in Cheyenne. They work on diesel trucks, obviously. And I called him up. He said, yep, bring your truck in. We'll take a look at it. He's like, I don't know what they're talking about. Need to replace your computer. Your computer's fine. The only thing you need to do is have somebody update the firmware on it and bring it up to the most current software. You're good. Went to another dealership. They said basically the same thing, that the dealership that was working on my truck was trying to scam me, and we went from there. So anyways, back to Dr. Diesel. He deleted the codes, and on his advice, I took the K&N air filter out. And this is important for diesel owners. Mine's a 2020. Now, all my other diesels I had the K&N air filter in them. That computer software is different. Mine's a 2020 now, so I can't speak for the 19. But the problem I'm actually having was the air filter was allowing so much air to come into the truck that it was actually confusing the regen sensor and wouldn't let it didn't know when to regen, so it was regenning all the time, burning off all that soot. So if you have a 2020, maybe a 2019 or later, don't put the K&N air filter in it. Do not do it unless your truck is deleted, and that's completely and totally on you. I don't know anything about deletes. I know what they're good for, but I'm not here to promote that. I'm just here to give you what I know. So if you have a K&N air filter, take it out of your truck, especially if you keep getting check engine lights one after the other. So once I actually put the stock air filter in, the truck actually started driving a lot better. It was shifting better. It's amazing what all the air going into that turbo and those computer sensors can do. So that is just put your stock air filter back in. But I do have an appointment next week out in Laramie because they don't belong to an auto group. They're an independent Ram dealership, and they're going to hopefully update my software and my firmware on my truck. And we'll go from there. So that's the update on Big Earn. Right now, the check engine light's off. Truck is running good. And we'll see. I sure don't want to have to buy another truck. They're not cheap. And all you diesel owners out there know that. I mean, a new GMC AT4 single rear wheel with the Duramax in it and the Allison transmission, it's like $90,000. I mean, it's expensive. I don't need all the luxuries, bells and whistles. That's why I bought the truck I'm in now. And I'll tell you, I did not buy my truck for $90,000. I can tell you what it's worth, but I didn't buy it for $90,000. No. Which this truck is a good truck. I love it. And just like I loved all my other trucks, but I actually have had this truck for over a year now. And I do plan on putting tires on it. And those of you who know about that, you know where I'm going with it. So comment in the section in the comments below if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, while I'm at it, if you're new to the channel, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ding that bell. You know, and for those of you who don't know, again, the thumbs up actually puts the video out more to other people who might want to see it. So the more thumbs up you get, the more views you can potentially get. Being retired, this could become a business, so we'll go from there. All right, so now we're going to go real quick, and I'm going to do a review on a product for those people out there with the RVs. So make sure you watch this next part of the video. So before I do the review, I want to also point out, watch the clips that are coming up next on how I got my truck back. I'm smart enough to know how to change an air filter, change the oil, change a fuel filter, all that good stuff. I can do all that simple stuff. But watch what this dealership did to my truck that I found when I was actually putting the air filter back on. It's, yeah, dealerships shouldn't do this stuff. They really need reliable people working for them. All right, so here we go on the review. So I saw a video online about flushing your tanks, and absolutely agree with flushing your tanks. Now, my RV comes with a tank sprayer system. It's kind of like a sprinkler system, but it's a high, depending on your water pressure, it sprays the whole entire part of your tank, and cleans up the nasty stuff and helps you get it out of the tank so your sensors stay clean. Now, every time I dump my black tank, I actually clean the tank as well. I'll flush about, I don't know, 3 tankfuls through, if that's what it takes to get it clean, and it keeps the sensors clean for me. So I did see a video of a gentleman who was using a back flush system for his tank. Now, here's this, full disclosure here. If you don't have a tank sprayer system, then I absolutely highly recommend this product. My personal experience, and just mine, I did this the other day, my personal experience is that my tank sprayer works better than this product, and that's just for me. I spent the money on it, I tried it, figured, hey, this is probably a good thing to do, and while I have tank sprayers, if you don't, then absolutely use this. It's going to be the easiest way to probably clean your tanks, okay? I'm not going to hook it up because I already had it hooked up, and you don't want to see that mess when it's coming out if you're just using your spray system. But when I had it hooked up, I back flushed my tank 5 times. 5 times. And after the 3rd time, the only thing coming out was clean water. And I went in and checked my sensors, and my bottom sensor was still lit up like the tank had stuff in it. So it did not clean my tank like it was supposed to. So I said, all right, I'm gonna try my tank sprayers. I hooked in my tank sprayers, filled my tank up about 1/4 of the way because it's a bottom sensor that wouldn't come clean, and drained it, and you would not believe the stuff that came out of my tank. Now, you might say, well, hey, maybe the other stuff broke it loose. No. So anyway, my personal experience, and it's worked so far, I just thought this would be a good idea to use to really get that stuff out of there. The tank sprayers actually worked better. Again, just my experience. I'm not going to use it anymore. If you want this system for free, drop your email address in the comments. First one I get, I will contact you. I will put it in a box and I will ship it to you. Of course, I will sanitize it first and clean it up for you, but I'll send it to you. Anyway, so, all right, let me show you what I'm talking about. So I saw a video online about flushing your tanks, and absolutely agree with flushing your tanks. Now, my RV comes with a tank sprayer system. It's kind of like a sprinkler system, but it's a high, depending on your water pressure, it sprays the whole entire part of your tank, and cleans up the nasty stuff and helps you get it out of the tank so your sensors stay clean. Now, every time I dump my black tank, I actually clean the tank as well. I'll flush about, I don't know, 3 tankfuls through, if that's what it takes to get it clean, and it keeps the sensors clean for me. So I did see a video of a gentleman who was using a backflush system for his tank. Now here's this, full disclosure here. If you don't have a tank sprayer system, then I absolutely highly recommend this product. My personal experience, and just mine, I did this the other day, my personal experience is that my tank sprayer works better than this product, and that's just for me. I spent the money on it, I tried it, figured, hey, this is probably a good thing to do, and while I have tank sprayers, if you don't, then absolutely use this. It's gonna be the easiest way to probably clean your tanks, okay? I'm not gonna hook it up because I already had it hooked up, and you don't wanna see that mess when it's coming out if you're just using your spray system. But when I had it hooked up, I backflushed my tank 5 times. 5 times. And after the 3rd time, the only thing coming out was clean water. And I went in and checked my sensors, and my bottom sensor was still lit up like the tank had stuff in it. So it did not clean my tank like it was supposed to. So I said, all right, I'm gonna try my tank sprayers. I hooked in my tank sprayers, filled my tank up about 1/4 of the way because it's a bottom sensor that wouldn't come clean, and drained it, and you would not believe the stuff that came out of my tank. Now you might say, well, hey, maybe the other stuff broke it loose. No. So anyway, my personal experience, and it's worked so far, I just thought this would be a good idea to use to really get that stuff out of there. The tank sprayers actually worked better. Again, just my experience. I'm not going to use it anymore. If you want this system for free, drop your email address in the comments. First one I get, I will contact you. I will put it in a box and I will ship it to you. Of course, I will sanitize it first and clean it up for you, but I'll send it to you. Anyway, so, all right, let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is the product, and this is the way it comes from the, where I bought it on Amazon. This is the way it came from Amazon. What you got here is you have where you hook your garden hose in. This opens and closes it. This handle will be closed when you're hooked up to the water and flowing water, so it doesn't come back out. And then this part here hooks up where your orange hose is. Then the orange hose will plug in on this side. So it'll kind of look like this. It'll be hooked up like that, and the orange hose will go into the bottom of it. Your RVers know what I'm talking about. Okay, so basically you close that valve right there, hook your, that stick looks like it's hooked in. You hook your hose in, open up your black tank. I open up that valve right there, it's my safety valve. And then if you know how much water, or if you have a water gauge that goes in your tank, fill your tank up, drain it. Then when it's full, shut the water off, using that blue dial so it doesn't get water back into the hose. Then open up your valve, then it'll dump everything out. So again, it did not work for me. I will be getting rid of it. Don't need it, don't want it. Gonna move it out here, get rid of it. Bring it back in here. You know, it's kind of hard to do this stuff one-handed. There we go, we're in, sorry. So for those of you who have the backflush system, you already know. So this goes into my black tank directly. And I got the garden hose in there. All I gotta do is turn the garden hose on. It'll go in there, goes directly into the sprayers, sprays the tank. I drain it, and it worked good. I cannot complain about the system that I have, and I will continue to use it. Here we go. All right, so good information for everybody. So I get my truck back from the Ram dealership, and I have to replace my air filter. And as I'm coming in here, I noticed this. If you see that little clip down there, that clip is not in place. It's supposed to be locked up over this. And look at this. Not even in place. One of these is the mass airflow sensor, and one is the temperature sensor. Let's check this out. Let me check this out real quick. Well, upon further investigation, I don't know which one this is, mass airflow sensor, whoops. But that gasket is clearly broken. So why would they take that apart and not fix it? this sensor here that's in tight, but that one, come on, seriously? Let me take a picture of that. Okay. So I managed to get this piece, it's like locked but unlocked, I would say right there. I think I had to clip it back together, but now it's in place. I got the tools and screwed that in and put that back to where the white mark was. Like somebody marked it maybe at the factory. That one's marked right there. Where is it? Right there too. But they said I need a mass airflow sensor. I don't know which one of those it is. I'll have to look it up online. But I did replace the air box. Well, I had everything, or not the air box, replace the air filter. Even the secondary diesel mechanic said to replace it. But as you can notice, there's no modifications on my truck like they're trying to say there is. This thing is as stock as can be. Oh, all right. Extremely upset customer here.